the Marathon Project,
Yes.
2:26:19, second fastest Canadian of all time, fifth overall. Were you expecting that?
It's what I had hoped for. 226 was the goal, and I had had a few sessions that indicated that I was in that sort of shape. But my last couple of marathon pace sessions, I didn't feel great. I had problems with my glute. I was in pain. And it was like a week before the race, and I was with my coach and two of my dear friends that helped do my pacing and stuff. And I said, do you guys really think I can run 226? Like, I don't think I can. And they said to me, absolutely, Natasha, you are ready to run 226. And I knew that Lynn wouldn't tell me I could do it if I couldn't. And so, because she could have said, I think we should maybe be safer and try to run 228. But she knew that I could do it. And so I was very confident after, talking to her and talking to a few other people that if I didn't have the pain I was having, I could do it. But I was terrified that this pain was going to be there. But the taper was like a miracle, and I felt great in the race. So, I thought between 226 and 226:30 was where I would be if I had a really great day. So, yeah, and I thought top 5 would be great too. So I got 5th.
So I was following the splits, and yes, I was pulling very hard for both you and all the guys. So you've already discussed your goals for the race, and this is a difficult question, I think, maybe to answer, but can you walk us through your race generally? Maybe not like kilometer by kilometer, but like, what was your strategy? Did you have a strategy? Because honestly, sometimes you don't want to think. And then what were you feeling at halfway? And when did you kind of realize that you were probably going to run in the realm that you wanted to? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I had two guys that were pacing the 226 group, but I was the only one in this group. So I had basically my own two pacers, and so I just tried to trust them and shut my mind off and go for a ride, because I knew how important it was to conserve my mental energy for the last part of the race. So that's what I did. I looked every once in a while, I would look at the kilometer splits, but I hit my watch every 5K because there were mats and there was a clock. So that to me was a bit better than the kilometer splits, because 1 second here, 1 second there, GPS off. I didn't want to worry about that. So I knew I needed to be within 15 seconds of about 17:15, 17:20. And I was, right in that realm. I think the first 5K was a bit slow, but I wasn't too worried about it. And then, it came, I didn't start to, the wheels started to fall off around 35K. At 30K, I looked at Ron, who, my friend's boyfriend was there, and he was doing Instagram Live. I don't know if you caught any of that. Mm-hmm. And I said, I've got this. And I thought then, like, I could definitely get 226 because we had dropped the pace a bit. And then I was just like, felt so good and so strong. And then I didn't. And then I felt really nauseous with about 5K to go. And it got really hard. And I could feel my whole body starting to slow down. And I just really had to grit my teeth and use every single positive affirmation in my head. And yeah, it was really tough, and it wasn't until I crossed the line that I knew I had done it. Like, with 3K to go, it just felt so, sorry, the kittens, it felt so hard that I thought I could just completely fall apart and lose everything in 3K. Like, because I didn't have that much wiggle room, right? Like, I wanted to run under Rachel Cliff's time of 2:26:56 to get that third Olympic spot. And so I didn't have a lot of time to play with. Like, if you drop 20 seconds per kilometer, which can easily happen at the end of a marathon, I was done. So yeah, luckily I was able to hold it together, and I only dropped, I think, 3 or 4 seconds a K over the last couple of K. So
how long did that last? And I asked Ben this too. How long did that last 500 meters stretch feel? because like the course map looked ridiculous, right? And I spoke to Dylan Wykes before, and he said, "Oh, people are going to be walking around the corners because they're so tight." But I can imagine, and this happens in the Ottawa Marathon too, is you turn the corner and you can see it, and it's a long way down, but you feel like you're treading, or you're on a treadmill or swimming or treading water, right? Like,
Yeah.
so how, like, I guess you're probably looking at your watch and you're like, oh, great, I'm going to run it. But at the same time, you're not feeling right. So what's going through your, like, maybe not what's going through your head, but just how long did that feel, I suppose?
Yeah, I did look at my watch, 500 to go. And I was like, okay, like you can definitely like run 500 meters faster than 2 minutes. Like these are the things I'm thinking. And I think, I don't know, I did look at my watch a lot, which was stupid, but just get to the line and you forget everything. Like on my form, I don't even know what I was doing. You're just trying to get one foot in front of the other and make it there. But yeah, it was tough. I don't think I could have gone another kilometer. I really don't think. Maybe another 500 meters, but I was done.
So we didn't, besides the end, the very final crossing of the line, we didn't see you on camera basically at all for the whole race, which I suppose with the Sarah Hall and all that stuff, that's understandable for an American broadcast. But who were your pacers, and did they do a good job? I assume they did a great job because you ran your goal time. And what, like, I guess you've been a pacer before in a marathon, but you haven't really received pacings for a while because you haven't been doing marathons. So what was that a new experience, or you've been doing it in training, pacing a lot? So yeah, that's not much of a question, but
I think like I did a half marathon in November and John Gay paced me the entire way. So I know how to sit and I know how to shut my mind off and use the pacers. I think I was really lucky. But in training, I did every single marathon, everything alone. I had people on the bike, but that's different. So, fortunately, I was able to train in a way where I knew if I ended up on my own for any reason, I could still do it. But I was fortunate to have the pacers to shut my mind off a bit and control other things. So yeah, the Pacers, Nick Hilton and Will Baldwin, they were fantastic. And Nick went all the way with me. Will dropped out at 35K, but Nick stayed by me in those dark kilometers where I said, like, I don't know if I can effing do this. Like, or I don't know exactly what I said. There was a swear word, and like, he was great. He pulled up next to me a couple of times and was like, come on, like, let's go. So they were amazing. I was really fortunate to have them.
Okay, so just a couple more questions for you, and then we'll finish with some rapid fires. So when Cam Levins broke the Canadian record for the marathon in 2018 now, geez. Reed Coolset said, "Oh, although I didn't break it, it was great to be in a race that it was broken in." So Sarah Hall almost broke the American record. What was it like to be in the same race as somebody who's like going after such a high bar? Is that something you even think about at the beginning? Is it something that it's like, oh, cool, I was in that race afterwards? I maybe not. I don't know.
Not really. I mean, I was there to do my own thing, and I'm happy for her. And it was, there was a lot of buzz about it, and that was exciting. That it brought that level of excitement to the race. So I'm happy about that. But when the gun went off, I didn't think about Sarah Hall once.
Yeah.
I did actually. That's a lie. I did see her a lot, and I did say "Go Sarah" one time because I did want her to get the record. But that was it. And then afterwards, I chatted with her quickly and congratulations and that sort of thing. So, yes, it was exciting to be a part of that race, but was it something I thought about during the race or really before the race? Not really. No. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so 5 Canadians have the standard. 5. Yeah, 5 have the standard. And you're on the bubble. Are you nervous about that?
Yes, but at the same time, it's out of my control, really. So you shouldn't stress about things. You shouldn't worry about things that are out of your control. It just is unnecessary. So I'm confident that if nothing else happens from now until then, that I'll be on the team. But if Lindsay runs a really good marathon, and even if she doesn't run faster than me, if Lindsay runs in the 2:27 to 2:28 range with her 9th place finish at Worlds, that I don't know how they'll compare that. Like, that will be really tough, and it'll be also really tough because she's one of my best friends, and I don't know. It would be awful if it was me against her, really. And with Rachel, I assume she's going to try and run a marathon. I have no idea when she's going to get the opportunity, and it's not like every other year where you have an opportunity every second week and you can plan and all this stuff. Like, I'm so lucky that I was ready and it worked out, because there was nothing else. Like, Evan Essling was supposed to go to Valencia, and then his travel just wouldn't work out. And then the poor guy couldn't get into the marathon project, and all his fitness, he was so fit, went, because there was nothing. And that could very well happen again, right? Like, I don't know what's happening right now. Or is there anything? And if you get there, you have to quarantine when you get there in a hotel on a treadmill. I don't know. And then you come home and then you're stuck inside for 2 weeks. So I don't know. It's just tough. So all I'm going to do is fingers crossed that this holds up. And if I'm lucky, I'll get to run a 10,000 on the track and run fast, and maybe I'll do that.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and sharing with your friends and on social media. Take care, and we'll see you next time.